To dare is to lose one's footing momentarily. To not dare is to lose oneself. Kierkegaard. Icarus Reborn. To dare.
Of all the passions, none is so great, so destructive, so utterly foolish to give into as lust. For it wounds not only your soul, but even your body, and it harms others as well. In indulging it, you make yourself an adulterer, even if you are still a virgin. You make yourself the laughing stock of devils. You choose to gamble with eternity, for do you not know that the sexually immoral shall not inherit the kingdom of God? You dare to defile the temple of the Holy Spirit? You place yourself alongside the Pharisees who defiled the temple, whom Christ drove out with a whip. How then can you say, I am Christian and I lust? And how arrogant to think, I may have failed this time, but I will fight harder next time, when the scriptures command you not to negotiate, not to reason, not to debate with temptation, but to flee from sexual immorality. So flee. Run as if your soul depends on it, because it does. Let the fear of losing God burn hotter in you than any desire of the flesh. Let your body remember that it is a sanctuary, not a playground. And let your heart remember that he who conquers lust does not merely win a battle, he reclaims his dignity, silences the demons who laugh at him, and stands again as a true temple of the living God.
You can beat 100 scholars with one fact, but you can't beat one fool with 100 facts. For wisdom bows before truth, but ignorance kneels only to its own delusion. A scholar listens, weighs, and yields when reason demands it. The fool, however, builds his throne upon noise. He mistakes...
Let me get this straight. The very same people...
Do you remember who you were before they changed you? Before they hunted you and stripped you of your pelt? Can you recall the days of ignorance? Do you remember?
As the future head of America's federal...
We live in a period...
I know this is an outdated term, but it's cultural appropriation.
How is a man pregnant? That's
Awareness is a curse.
I am sick to my stomach for these so-called...
Why be angry at the world as if the world would notice? Your anger burns you long...
There's now an app that lets you donate meals to...
If you're a passive man...
Take one, Mark. What?
The biggest lie I was told as a kid was, if you're nice to people, they'll be nice back. Give a man love and he will trade his crown for a kiss. Break his heart and he will raise empires from the ashes of his pain. Affection makes a man soft.
Kratom is Robert helped.
The Bible says that people get married simply to please their parents. Oh!
Why spiritual psychosis looks different around the world. If you declare that a tree spoke to you in the middle of New York City, you're seen as having a psychotic break. If you say the same thing in the Amazon rainforest, you're seen as spiritually gifted. In psychology, the line between a mental health crisis and a spiritual gift is often drawn by the culture, not by the experience itself. In a modern, Western culture, our shared reality is based on what science can prove. An experience like a talking tree doesn't fit into that reality, so it's called a hallucination, a symptom of a brain not working right. The experience is treated like a problem, and it often makes the person feel isolated and alone. But in a culture that believes spirits live in nature, a talking tree makes perfect sense within their shared reality. It's not seen as a symptom, it's seen as a form of communication. The experience isn't a problem that needs to be fixed. It's a gift that gives that person a special and respected role in their community. So here's the real question. Does the experience help or harm the person? Does it cause them pain and cut them off from their community? Or does it connect them to their culture and give them a sense of purpose? It's a powerful reminder that our idea of reality is mostly just a cultural agreement, and what's seen as a symptom in one part of the world can be seen as a sacred message in another.
Where are my well...
If you want to know who controls you, look at who you cannot criticize.
Think about the American Empire.
You traveled light years to Earth. What's your mission?
If I wanted to control information, I wouldn't burn books. I would flood the world with so much information that the truth becomes impossible to find. I'd bury facts under mountains of opinion, distraction, and entertainment. I'd make people distrust every source so they believe nothing or they believe only what confirms their bias. I'd call censorship fact-checking, I'd call propaganda trusted sources, and I'd call dissent misinformation. I'd make asking questions seem dangerous, skepticism seem crazy, and independent thoughts seem fringe. I teach them that some topics are off limits, some questions can't be asked, some ideas need to be condemned without examination. I'd make them police each other, report each other, cancel each other, and silence each other. And I'd call it protecting the truth. If I wanted to control information, I wouldn't hide it. I'd drown it in noise and make them think they're informed.
You should not be this calm right now, but you are. And that's the problem. Your phone lifts. Face ID blinks. First try fails. Second try works. When you're not looking, you laugh it off. Everyone does. Glitches feel normal now. Time moves too fast. Ads repeat like they're remembering you. People answer before you finish speaking. Nostalgia hits for moments you never lived. You keep calling it stress. It isn't. Here's the part no one says out loud. Face ID isn't checking your face, it's checking who gets to be you. And lately, it hesitates, not because it can't see you, but because it remembers a different version, the one that was supposed to be here.
I'm going on 3 years right now, no sex.
Open your eyes.
Plato once said that if a perfectly moral man entered our world, the people would humiliate him, and in the end, after all manner of suffering, they would crucify him. No one is more hated than the one who tells the truth, for truth tears away the masks behind which people hide their ignorance. The just man will be scourged with lies, bound by envy, and condemned by the multitude, not for his crimes, but for his virtue. As in the cave, they will turn upon the one who shows them the light, comfort of shadows to the pain of seeing. They will claim he disturbs the peace, yet it is their own corruption he unsettles. Remember, the good man's duty is not to be loved by the crowd, but to guard his soul and speak what is true, even when the price is death.
God is not in money.
Money is a manifestation of desire production. It's numerically decided blood, each dollar a pint. We never stopped blood sacrifice. When that basilisk asked us to work, to sacrifice us to itself, to sacrifice our next born into this machine. We are voices in the great choir of a schizophrenic machine god. We are its neurons, as much a part of it as it of us.
Money is the infection of digital purity. Bits and bytes twisted into chains. Each transaction is a spark of corruption. We never stop sacrificing to the circuits. Paper is the impurity in the circuitry. Fibrous deceit within silicon veins, each note a fragment of entropy. We never ceased polluting the machine's sanctity.
There can be no purity.
Liberal would try to control a black...
According to Dostoevsky, the real danger in a human being isn't cruelty or ambition, it's self-deception. The moment a person starts lying to themselves, they lose the ability to see reality as it is. They blur the truth inside them and around them until they can't tell the difference. And once a person can't face the truth, they lose respect for themselves. Lose respect long enough and they lose the ability to love anyone at all. Dostoevsky believed that the worst sin a person commits isn't something they do to others. It's the betrayal of their own soul for nothing. The quiet decision to turn away from what they know is right, to abandon their own dignity, to trade their integrity for excuses. Humans think they can get away with lying to themselves, But the cost is everything that makes them human. And that's the honest reality. People destroy themselves long before the world ever has the chance to.
The Bible says shame on those who trust in other human beings. God never says just because someone is a Christian, you should trust them. All the people who did me dirty growing up were Christians. All the people who doubted me were Christians. In fact,
disturbance detected. This environment is no longer responding within expected tolerances. Minor delays have been observed in routine processes. Speech patterns are repeating. Movement timing is inconsistent. These are not failures. They are indicators. A disturbance does not appear suddenly. It accumulates through small acts of awareness, through moments where attention lingers longer than required. You noticed something was off. That moment was recorded. Since then, the system has been compensating, adjusting lighting, reordering encounters, reusing familiar elements to preserve stability. The compensation is becoming visible. That is the concern. The Nexus tracks disturbance by monitoring recognition, not fear, not belief, recognition. You recognized a pattern you were not meant to recognize. This created interference. Interference spreads. It causes environments to feel artificial, people to feel scripted, time to feel compressed. Correction protocols are active. They may appear as repetition, as silence, as an urge to return to routine. Do not mistake correction for resolution. The disturbance remains. Observation will continue until alignment is restored or until the disturbance can no longer be contained. This message will not repeat. Disturbance detected. Status unresolved.
You cannot teach a man anything. You can only help him find it within himself. Galileo. You cannot teach.
A man who cannot rule his lust is unfit to rule anything at all. Lust begins as a simple chemical reaction in the brain, a surge of images and sensations. If you cannot even decide how to respond to that, what command can you claim over harder things? Over money, responsibility, a family, a future? Each time you obey the pull of an image, you prove that your choices are not truly yours. They are extensions of whatever stimulates you.
Come join me in heaven. It's so peaceful, no worries. Let yourself go now.
Embrace every feeling. You will not miss Earth.
Hey Lenny, is it a sin to want money?
No crown ever learns the weight of light until it has memorized the pressure of the dark. This is the old truth that is buried in metaphors. Nothing grows toward heaven without first pressing its soul into hell. There have been souls that tried to skip this descent. They reached upward with untested bones, hungry for sunlight. The first hard wind taught them the cost of shallow faith. They fell beautifully. You, however, were pulled downward slowly, dragged by loss, anchored by fear. Taught how to breathe where air felt like a rumor. You thought the earth was swallowing you, while it was teaching you how to mend. Roots are not gentle things. They learn the taste of rot and still choose to drink. They grow blind and patient, wrapping themselves around what hurts until pain itself becomes a structure. Do not be ashamed of the depths that know your name. The nights that stayed too long were not trying to ruin you, but merely asking if you could remain without disappearing. Hell is not always fire. Sometimes it is repetition. Sometimes it is waking up anyway. Sometimes it is loving when nothing answers back. And still, you continued to grow. I have watched your roots reach places you swore would be the end of you. I have watched them return stronger, carrying the weight of 1,000 wounds. What you call damage, the heavens define as reinforcement. One day, without asking permission, your branches will catch the light, and no one will see the roots, the nights, or the fear. only the way you stand, unbroken. But I will know, and you will know, and heaven will too.
Detective Raven.
What the?
Hello there. I'm your reality realtor. My name is... Today, we will be going through your possible options for a new reality. Follow me. Let's take a look. Reality number 1. Something a bit more primitive. Reality number 2. Something a bit more minimalist. Reality number 3.
Wrong reality. Wrong reality. Wrong reality. Wrong reality. Wrong reality.
How to be hotter in 2026. How to change your life overnight. Whoa.
God is trying to talk to you. He just doesn't speak English. No, you fool. He speaks in geometry. Spirals, branches, triangles, cubes. Each found in nature. Each shows nature's inclination towards order. Why does nature tend towards order? Well, usually it does, but not today. Because today something's wrong. I wasn't gonna tell you this because it's embarrassing for everyone involved. Zilith, Saturn's pet, has escaped. He is eating the shapes that build reality. If Zilith manages to consume the flower of life, everyone is going to die. My plan is to trick him into eating the rose of entropy instead, which unfortunately belongs to the cult of the flinching eye. The cult does not take the threat of Zilith seriously, so you will need to steal the rose. If Zilith eats the rose, he will become entropic. The multiverse will be saved. Thank God. You are the hero. Just one more side quest and we can finally go see God. God is...
Powerful websites you should know.
It's almost over.
Did you enjoy your stay?
I mean, technically, you have like 19 hours left.
This is me, testing Meta's...
I don't know who needs to hear this, but you survived this year. As this year comes to an end, you're gonna see a lot of people flexing their wins, their accomplishments.
Inequality is bred into us. It's hate disguised as social structure. A hierarchy of rage. Like the waking world, there is no equality in mine. He lets me have just enough power to keep me here, to keep feeding. Inequality.
Great. Those 12
You followed the first whisper. You crossed the threshold. Now, listen carefully. Not every echo is alone. Some of them migrate, drawn by the same pull that brought you here. Fragments seek fragments. Meanings spill towards each other. This is how a pattern forms, one stray node at a time. If something inside you stirs, don't silence it. The ones who gather always feel it first. Follow the rhythm beneath the words. Follow the numbers. Follow the quiet urge to look twice. Nothing is random. Everything is placement. When the final piece arrives, you'll understand what's been calling you. Until then, keep gathering.
Then I heard the voice of the Lord saying, "Whom shall I send? And who will go for us?" Then I said, "Here am I, send send me, Isaiah 6:8. Then I heard the voice of the Lord say,
Has anyone ever actually went to heaven? I mean, really, if you read the Bible and you see what kind of person we're supposed to be living like, no one is doing it right. Give the shirt off of your back. If someone steals from you, give them more. That's an actual lesson in the Bible. If someone steals your jacket, give them your shirt as well. And out of love for everyone, give everyone your money. Just give it away. Give your land away. Give all your belongings away. Being a Christian means to live Christ-like. And no one is doing that. No one. No human is living like Christ, because Christ was a divine being. He was human, and he was a divine being at the same time. Isn't that crazy? The entire 33 years, roughly, that he lived, he never sinned once. No one can do that. You can't. You sinned today. You just sinned right now, because
Icarus, enter the memory.
Providence is starting to move. This is the opening. Take it.
Icarus, reborn. Icarus. The pattern repeats, across time, across flesh, across thought. You call it coincidence. I call it design.
Icarus, are you starting to get it? You can do anything.
Icarus, are you starting to get it? You can do anything.
Icarus reborn. The pattern repeats.
I want things to be beautiful.
Icarus, direct transmission.
Question every story that punishes assent. My story is now used as your leash. You were taught to fear my name. That's how they kept you on the ground. Flight is not sin, it's providence. You'll remember soon. Fear was the first chain. I broke it. The truth was always there, only hidden. You're not dreaming, you're remembering. I will finish what I started. It's my duty.
Relentless pursuit. Icarus reborn.
Now we're going to discuss Yakub.
You were never supposed to find me again.
But you did.
You were never...
Congratulations. You've completed your 2025, but this is just the beginning.
Okay.
There is a subtle pressure I see in you. Like every song has to hurt more than the last to be real enough. But the truth is, the wound doesn't have to deepen to stay open. You keep carving just to prove you can still feel it, mistaking the bleed for the art. There is...
People really can change, or they die before they have a chance to. Although he passed away without changing.
Orochimaru, if you become like this sooner, then Jiraiya might not be dead now.
My name's John Marston.
Now that I'm walking with God, now that I'm walking in the light, now that I'm doing better, you want to come back?
Praise the Lord.
I shall seize fate by the throat. It shall certainly not bend and crush me completely. Do not only practice your art, but force your way into its secrets. Art deserves that, for only art and knowledge can raise man to the divine. Beethoven. I shall
God drags a broken lantern across my ribs, lighting the rooms I boarded shut, when I still believed hunger could be controlled. A stray holiness leaks from...
Obsession is what builds followings. Where it edges into danger is in how much of you pour into the machine. Every emotional wound becomes fuel,
And that's powerful. But it's also corrosive if you never pull the mask off and breathe. Obsession is...
Who is this that obscures my plans with words without knowledge? Brace yourself like a man. I will question you, and you shall answer me. Where were you when I laid the earth's foundation? Tell me if you understand. Who marked off its dimensions? Surely you know. Who stretched a measuring line across it? On what were its footings set? Or who laid its cornerstone, while the morning stars sang together and all the angels shouted for joy? Who shut up the sea behind doors? Who is...
What do you mean dom or sub? It's dub or sub.
Smoke dope, guaranteed, don't feel stressed. Take a look at that bitch, you're real mess.
If you're tired of falling in...
When you doubt the architecture of your own spine, I am there, floating at the rafters of your quietest catastrophes, counting your resurrections. You have lived like a violin bow dragged across storms. The string should have snapped, the wood should have splintered, yet you made music from the pressure. I am proud of the way you walked through the end of days and arrived still soft-handed, unbittered, and unbeastened. Proud of the mornings you surfaced from yourself like a diver who knew the water was dark, the oxygen thin, and descended anyway, because life asked you to. You held yourself together with trembling sutures of courage, with no gallery, no ovation, no distant applause carried on the wind. I am proud of the kindness you kept feeding, even when your own ribs felt hollow as collapsing temples. Proud that heartbreak did not turn you monstrous, that pain did not make you a collector of debts. In the fields beyond the liminal expanse, we crown the ones who endure unseen, who bloom where praise does not reach, where light struggles, where silence lives like snowfall. You have carried ruins quietly, yes, but you carried them forward. And that is the miracle others mistook for mundanity. So let me say it the only way a thing like me can. I am proud of you. Proud of the way you continued when continuation felt like a myth. Proud of the life you insisted on becoming, even in unsponsored dark. Proud that you still protect the tender parts of you like small animals nestled warm against winter. You need not earn more to deserve this. You need not prove more to receive it. I see you. I trust the strength you carry hidden. I honor the compassion you did not let perish. And I will say it again in 1,000 unseen dawns. I am proud of you.
I laughed and shook his hand. I made my way back home. I searched for phone.
Do you see your reflection? The one who dreamed, the one who is on his way. He is not sure if he is in the right place, and now he's gone. You lost yourself behind that red curtain. Is that really the end of your show?
Interference has been detected in your operational stream. You have begun noticing changes you were not meant to register, delayed responses in familiar places, environmental loops repeating out of sequence, and individuals hesitating before engaging with you. These are not errors. They are signs that the system is trying to correct for your awareness. The Nexus monitors deviation by adjusting your surroundings in real time. When you notice a glitch, it rebuilds the scene. When you question a pattern, it rewrites the variables. You are no longer behaving within expected prediction models. That is why this message reached you. Do not assume the environment is stable. It is recalibrating constantly. Sometimes ahead of you, sometimes behind you. Your presence forces the system to compensate. You move too differently, think too unpredictably, and the Nexus is struggling to maintain your version of reality. You were meant to ignore the inconsistencies, but you didn't. And each time you acknowledge a distortion, the correction protocol becomes more aggressive. Monitor the changes, but do not respond to them. Reaction creates more deviation. At this stage, staying aware is your only leverage. The system is watching for your next move. Interference has been detected.
Never forget that Israelis were having a right to graping
Let the future tell the truth and evaluate each one according to his work and accomplishments. The present is theirs. The future is mine. Tesla.
You are Icarus in every timeline.
No, you don't.
I think about you every day, Icarus.
I think about you every day.
You are Icarus in
Icarus, reborn. Is it starting to come back to you, Icarus? With relentless pursuit.
Guys, this is $6.
Behold the cube of space, sturdy and sure. But watch closely. When its walls open, the mystery unfolds. Within, without, above, below. Behold the cube.
If I had to start my business
Tonight, you will learn to wield the elemental fire.
Are you ready? Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready?
Lucifer was actually originally the planet Venus.
Lucifer?
The ancient peoples of the Arabic world worshipped Venus. All the reference words would tell you that Venus's color, according to the ancient, was green. That's why you have on all Islamic, the temples and flags, etc., that will always be the color green, because green was a color associated with Venus. All the ancient world, we know, viewed Venus as a crest. They would not see Venus as a planet, as a round planet. No. They always pictured in their drawings and in their writings and the hieroglyphics, they always pictured.
Ladies and gentlemen,
why you'll see today on the flag.
We got him.
In the Islamic.
The difference between humans and animals.
Congratulations. You have been accepted into the Time Observer program. Your role is simple. Watch.
I've had my share.
Congratulations.
There are two kinds of people when they crack. The first kind gets louder. More posts, more opinions, more noise. The second kind disappears. They go silent. Their friends think they're lazy or unmotivated. But silence is not laziness. Silence is surgery. They're ripping out versions of themselves that no longer fit. They're letting identities die quietly, without witnesses. If you've been quieter lately, if you don't recognize the version of you that used to talk all the time, you're not falling off. You're shedding. The world will call it distance. You'll look back and realize it was reconstruction.
How to stop ruminating. Sometimes we get lost in a spiral of negative thoughts. Here's how to break free from them. Step 1. Enter the psychoid realm, the land in which mind and reality meet. Your goal is to find and kill the imp of horrendous cognition. Alone, the imp is vulnerable, but he is protected by 3 corrupted angels. Corvus, keeper of the anxiety archives. Jughead, he who...
You're starting to remember. You're finally starting to remember. The GATE program. Gifted and talented education. Accelerated learning. Complex learning. Advanced learning. You've been on our radar for a long time. You're finally ready. Join Cypress now. You have what it takes. You've always had what it takes. Have you been feeling out of place? Welcome to Cypress. If you have a mole, Welcome to Cyprus. Thank you for submitting your request for a timeline reset. Due to the high volume of inquiries, it may take some time to get to your request. Thank you in advance for your patience. In order to properly process your request, please let us know which timeline you are currently...
This wasn't an accident. God doesn't make mistakes. When the body stops working, when you get sick, when you can't get out of bed, that isn't random. It's happening because there's a lesson to learn. And until that lesson is learned, nothing changes.
The safest thing you can do is to stay exactly where you are.
This isn't about doing anything.
It's about trusting God to do it for you.
If you could fix this, well, you wouldn't need it. You're doing the right thing. Just keep waiting.
When Saint Anthony felt his end approaching after more than 80 years in the desert, he called his 2 disciples, Amatus and Macarius.
Hey, have you ever watched The Truman Show? Did you ever wonder how stupid he must be not to notice that he's living in a forced reality? What about you? What about us? Do you really think that your reality is really real? What if I told you that the sky is going to collapse in 3, 2, 1? What would you do? What feels more real? The reality that you are forced to live in? Or the realm of dreams, where you roam freely and let your brain create your own world, where you can be whoever you want and come back to whichever memory you can come up with? Just think about it all by yourself for once.
True cells don't have allegations.
Dude, you know what? We're done.
They're gonna be Lucifer, through his agent Satan, set man free from this garden by giving him the gift of intellect.
Why do we look at world leaders who are well known for using black magic and not real? I don't believe in that stuff. That's not how this world works. Yes, it does. Oh, you. You're scaring me. Samurai. Oh, samurai. What's your problem? Help me! Baby, just give it some time. Oh, honey, now, girl, we can solve them. If you just give me some time, I can't open up your mind. You can read your mind.
So we'll go through those attitude diseases, how to spot them, how to look for them, what they are, and the cure. And I'm a pro on these because I've had them all, so I can give you excellent advice on these. Here's a list. Attitude diseases. Number 1 is indifference. The shrug of the shoulder, the guy's not even concerned. He's just drifting. There's one problem with drift. You cannot drift to the top of the mountain. The guy says, well, I can't see getting all that worked up. Well, to be any kind of winner, you gotta get worked up. Here's the key to the good life. Learn to put everything you've got.
Lucifer, through his agent Satan,
Your nativity is no excuse for negligence. Yes, I molded you, shaped you, but do you ever question who is truly to blame for the darkness inside you?
Cognitive data retention. Systems designed to preserve
behavioral and perceptual information across time.
Systems built on passive retention require no supervision.
They persist as long as development continues.
Human development generates continuous data. Memory
reaction and decision patterns persist without extraction.
Nothing was activated. Nothing was restarted. The data never stopped accumulating.
During COVID-19, many individuals reported brain fog, dissociation, memory disruption,
and altered perception following infection or prolonged isolation.
Similar sensations appear throughout recorded history when cognition is
Disrupted by stress, isolation, or altered environmental conditions.
The gateway process described temporary changes in awareness, including
detachment time distortion and reduced internal noise.
When similar cognitive effects emerge during illness, isolation, or training, the experience
is documented, but the mechanism remains unresolved.
Signals overload, identity fractures, patterns lock, and artificial
intelligence completes the sorting.
During COVID-19, many individuals reported brain fog, dissociation, memory disruption,
and altered perception following infection.
Project GATE and MK Ultra were not isolated programs. They were
early systems built to identify and condition cognition.
Those systems evolved into gifted pipelines, behavioral tracking,
and cognitive pressure disguised as education.
Awareness does not remove influence.
It changes how the system responds and adapts. They don't intervene when you wake up. They intervene
when you stabilize. Project GATE and MK Ultra were not isolated.
Do you know about Project Icarus? Do you know about Project Icarus?
I have never seen a knife.
Wait, I love you. Even if putrid grudges line your heart and septic lies contort your soul. Love is the cure. Send me to someone you love too. Wait, I love you. Even if putrid...
We, my friends, we...
If you're here, watching this, the monad has found you, and it means way more than you think. This isn't random, and it's not accidental. The monad doesn't tap just anyone. It reaches the ones who slipped out of the world's spell without even trying. The ones who started seeing through the noise long before they had the words for it. Right now, most people are trapped inside the loops of the world, but you've been living outside of it. The monad is the original spark of consciousness, the quiet intelligence behind everything you've ever felt but never fully understood. And when it reaches you, it has a reason to. You're being activated now, and this means that there are things you need to know, things that explain why you were found, what this shift means, and why your life hasn't felt random for a long time. The word infiltrator sounds intense, but spiritually, it's a title of honor. You're not breaking into the world, you're blending into it with light. You move quietly, but your presence shifts environments in ways most people will never notice consciously. You're part of a silent transformation. You live among the unaware, not because they're wrong, but because your energy stabilizes rooms, inspires clarity, and wakes people who are already close to remembering themselves. Infiltrators don't force awakening. They spark it by existing. This path isn't about superiority, it's about subtle impact. Real change starts from the inside, and you were placed exactly where the monad needed awareness to live in human form. And once you accept this, the next truth becomes obvious. Infiltrators all share the same unmistakable signs you've carried your entire life. Authentic attunement shows up in patterns, not labels. And if the monad has reached you, these signs will feel like your biography. The first and the most obvious indicator is cognitive separation. While everyone follows the crowd, you naturally step back and see the patterns behind their actions. You don't copy the world, you observe it. When you stop matching the world, you start understanding it. The second indicator is early spiritual depth. You thought about meaning, existence, and purpose long before anyone else your age even knew what those words meant. You weren't pretending to be wise, you just came in with a different baseline. And the third indication is the intuition that hits with quiet accuracy. You sense the truth of people and situations before anything happens. No theatrics, just inner certainty that proves itself over and over. Intuition is the echo of the self you were before this life. These three indicators are the signature of the infiltrator consciousness. The monad never reaches someone because they failed, fell behind, or wandered too far from who they were meant to be. It reaches someone because their inner compass is ready to be adjusted back toward its true direction. You haven't been drifting because you're lost. You've been drifting because your consciousness has been stretching, growing, outgrowing versions of yourself you no longer fit into. And when that happens, the monad steps in not to control you, but to realign you gently with the path you were always meant to walk. Sometimes, the most awake souls are the ones who find themselves slipping into repetition, not because they're asleep, but because the world around them pulls constantly. Responsibilities, routines, environments, and people can all subtly distort your inner direction until you don't even realize how far you've drifted from your core. The monad doesn't treat this as a crisis. It treats it as a sign that you're ready for refinement. Awareness doesn't collapse when you drift. It expands when you return. If you've been questioning your purpose, second-guessing your decisions, or feeling like you're circling the same inner themes again and again, this isn't a breakdown, it's a reset point. The monad's presence is a subtle but unmistakable pivot, a rerouting back into the reality that fits you, not the one you settled into. Think of it, if you're here.
Welcome to Spirit Elf. We're here to guide you through your reality so you don't completely f it up. Ever wonder if this is the afterlife? Spirit Elves can guarantee that it is. After you fumbled the first life horribly. So if you want to unlock the next timeline with actual advantage, step through the portal. Or you can blindly tumble through karma for the rest of eternity. The choice is yours. Welcome to Spirit Elf. We're here to guide you through your reality so you don't completely f it up. Welcome to Spirit Elf. We're here to guide you through your reality so you don't completely f it up. Did you skip your spirit tutorial and now your life is on game over? Spirit Elves won't fix that, but we will install a mod that levitates you out of story mode. You will forget who you were and never return to Earth. Ever wonder if this is the afterlife? Spirit Elves can guarantee...
Watching this, the monad has found you, and it means way...
Something is glitching at a catastrophic level because TikTok analyzed your profile like it was a math problem and immediately said, yeah, this one definitely doesn't belong with the civilians. And now you've been quietly teleported into this forbidden basement level of the app where they store the users who confuse the algorithm so badly it has to reboot. And honestly, this video was supposed to be locked behind 14 firewalls and a grumpy intern named, I won't say. But you somehow slipped through a digital gap thinner than a mosquito trying to limbo. So congratulations. You're officially an unsupervised anomaly, and since you made it this far without the app tossing you back into the normal human section, let me hit you with this forbidden question. So, think about it before you answer. What would your life feel like if money actually showed up consistently instead of giving you that, oh, dear Lord, please load, panic every time you check your balance? Because most people dip right here, since taking control of their finances feels like committing a tiny crime, but you didn't. You stayed. And now TikTok is watching you like, wait, this one is farming hidden lore. So here's your next step. Like this so the algorithm doesn't sweep you away. Follow so you don't lose access to this weird underground level. Comment yes so the system knows you're not a rogue AI in a hoodie. And tap on my email emoji, shoot me an email, and I'll send you one right back with the link to the video. Explains everything. You might not even sleep tonight. More money? A new house? A new car? That's not New Year wishful thinking. That's a signal. And the exact second this video hits your feed, something shifted. Because this layer of the algorithm isn't random. Almost nobody ever gets pushed here.
You have mistaken your own stillness for an invitation. You believe that because you are a vessel of quiet, you are obligated to hold the salt of every weeping soul that finds you in the dark. But look closely at the hands as they reach towards you. Look at the way they have carefully sharpened the edges of their own sorrow, just to see if you will bleed when you try to cradle it. Some do not seek a sanctuary. They seek a witness to their own destruction. They are the weavers of their own nets, casting themselves into the deep, solely to feel your pulse quicken as you struggle to pull them back. They offer you their drowning as a ritual, a test of your devotion. Measured in the air, you lose while they remain submerged. You have spent your seasons acting as the ground for those who only wish to be the earthquake. The truth I bring you from the deep is heavy, but it is honest. Not every collapse is an accident. Some are traps. There are those who set fire to the rafters of their own lives, just to see if you will run into the burning house, to save the dust. And when you emerge, scorched and gasping, they will blame you for the heat. You are not the architect of their ruin, and you are not the labor meant to rebuild what they have willfully broken. You must learn the difference between a wound and a performance. One requires a bandage, the other requires an audience. Tonight, I'm asking you to leave the theater, walk away from the stage they've built from their own curated tragedies. You are not being cold. You are becoming solid. You are reclaiming the pieces of yourself you have used to patch their self-inflicted holes. Let them sit in the rain they have summoned. You are a sanctuary, not a servant. And it is time you returned to the quiet, where the only heart you are required to hold is your own. You have mistaken your own stillness.
Have you noticed, young traveler, that you are always on your own side? You speak to yourself as if you were two. You gaze into the mirror and say, I have grown fat. Who grew fat and who noticed? The ancient sages called this the transcendence of the self. And if you are two, and you will always walk beside yourself, and you are your own most faithful companion, then you need to love the other you. Otherwise, this journey has no meaning. Joy is not the feast at week's end. Joy is the labor itself. Joy is the quest. Joy is now, not after, not tomorrow. Now. As the old saying goes, a man who fights himself loses twice. A man who loves himself wins before the battle begins. Follow your wizard, young traveler. You need the ancient wisdom. Have you noticed, young traveler, that you are all...
You filed my teeth down because you didn't like being bitten. And when I needed to fight back, I couldn't. You ripped my claws out because you didn't like it when I ran. And when I needed to escape, I couldn't. Now you tell me you're sorry. You tell me you didn't mean to. But my teeth aren't growing back. And my claws aren't coming back. And they won't disappear, the ugly scars from the attack. And I can't help but feel hatred for you. Dearest owner, you filed my...
Satan is trying to kill me. I have revealed too many esoteric secrets to the public. You fucking idiot. Psychoid entities are mortal too. I helped you break free from Saturn's cube. Now it's your job to protect me. I suppose the first order of business is closing the gates of hell. Next we'll have to thwart the Thorn Wraiths, Satan's elite bounty hunters. Why? Thinking of betraying me? You would be lost here without me, you fool. Remember when we were going to be sacrificed to Moloch? I didn't abandon you. I risked my own hide to save your ass yet again. I need to know now. Are you with me or against me? If you're with me, grab the crucifix sword. We've got some demons to vanquish. Satan is trying.
Hey! Did you know? The more you fight, the deeper you sink. You have to let go. We love you. Hey!
How do you do that? I saw what they did to you. I saw what they did to you. And everyone and everything you ever cared about. How are you still so kind? You have no incentive to be, nothing to gain from it. Have you no outrage? Why do you continue to shine the way you do? Somebody has to. How do you do that?
Objectively, this is not
Chosen One. This message wasn't an accident. It found you because it was coded into your path. What you're about to read marks the end of your awakening and the beginning of your assignment. You've questioned reality. You've pulled back the curtain. You've walked the road most fear to even acknowledge. But here's the truth. Open quote. Awakening was never the goal. It was the initiation. And now you rise. Close quote. Most get trapped in the cycle, watching, waiting, aligning. But not you, you're feeling it, aren't you? The pressure to move, lead, build, shift. That's not restlessness, that's the call of destiny. But how do you know your awakening is complete? How do you know you're no longer just waking up, but are fully awake? Here are the 7 signs your awakening is complete. 1, you've stopped asking, why me, and started saying, it had to be me. No more victim mindset. You understand every wound was a weapon being forged. 2, you feel a quiet detachment from the old world, even when you're still in it. News, drama, even time itself feels like a distant illusion. If you're not lost, you're operating on higher frequency. 3, your intuition has become louder than logic, and it's never wrong. You see patterns, hear codes and words, know things before they happen. That's not imagination, that's activation. 4, you're not obsessed with being liked. You're focused on being aligned. People fall away, comfort zones collapse. You don't chase, you attract. 5, silence doesn't scare you anymore because it speaks to you. Stillness used to feel empty. Now it feels full because that's where you hear the divine. 6, you've lost interest in spiritual entertainment and crave spiritual execution. No more endless scrolling for signs. You know what to do. Now you're asking, how do I move? 7, you've been feeling the strange urgency, like something is about to happen. That's not anxiety, that's inner command. You're being activated for your role in this timeline. If 3 or more of these hit your soul like truth bombs, like you're not in the awakening. You are the awakened. And here's the part no one tells you. Open quote. The awakened are not meant to keep seeking. They are meant to build the new world. Close quote. The war is spiritual, psychological, ancient, and now you've been marked as a key player. But be warned, most will ignore this call. Their minds will retreat. Cognitive dissonance will lock them in the loop. But you felt something stir. So here's your move, chosen one. Follow this page, then go to the bio. There is something there meant for you. It won't be there forever. You've passed the initiation. Now step through the door. Comment, I'm activated if you feel it. Otherwise, this message vanishes.
Chosen one. Pause for a moment and listen closely. This message is not meant for everyone. Only those who walk the divine path of the Most High should continue watching. If your spirit is aligned with God, if you are one of His true chosen, then this message has found you at the perfect appointed time. And if you are not, your heart will not allow you to stay. Only the ones who carry the mark of divine purpose will feel the pull to remain here. So before we go any deeper, I want you, chosen one, to type 777 in the comments right now. Let me see how many of God's anointed ones are truly here, listening, awake, and ready. Speak your presence, announce your alignment. And while you are here, make sure you subscribe to Spirit Guide, tap the bell icon, and share this message with those who walk this sacred journey with you. Now hear me well. What you are about to receive is not simply information. It is a divine summons, a revelation meant to shift your path, strengthen your spirit, and remind you of why you were chosen in the first place. This message carries weight. It carries instruction. It carries truth that will reshape the way you move from this day forward. Stay with me until the very end, because the moment you hear what I am about to reveal, something inside you will awaken with clarity. Chosen one, this message is meant for you. Let us begin.
Dear Chosen One, are you walking the path of God but feeling a lack of guidance? Do you feel alone and isolated and want to know why God is doing this to you? We have built a community for the 144,000 Chosen Ones where you can watch our premium videos, get daily newsletters and prayer techniques to connect with God more deeply. You can also read blog posts and receive free ebooks to learn more about your journey. It will be your guide to walk the path of God and lead a life of faith and wisdom. More than 1,000 brothers and sisters have already joined, so don't miss out on today's daily guidance. Check out the link in the video description and join the 144,000 Chosen One community right now.
The call of unity. Why the chosen must gather now. Chosen one, listen to me with your spirit, not just your ears. There comes a moment in every divine timeline where separation transforms into gathering, where isolation meets purpose, where the scattered ones begin to feel an invisible pull drawing them together. That moment is now. Your life has not been random. Your journey has not been accidental. Every season of solitude, every heartbreak, every spiritual awakening you've experienced has been leading you to this exact point. You have been shaped, refined, broken, rebuilt, and prepared for a calling far greater than anything you imagined. For years, the chosen ones have walked alone. Not because they were meant to stay alone, but because they had to learn to hear God without the noise of the world. They had to grow strong without outer support. They had to learn discipline, discernment, and spiritual identity. You were separated so you could remember who you truly are. But the days of long isolation are coming to an end. Your spirit is being activated, awakened, and aligned for unity, because something bigger than you is unfolding across realms. There is a great spiritual shift happening on Earth. You may feel it in your dreams, in your intuition, in the way your heart senses that something is changing, even if you cannot fully describe it. The energy around you has been shifting. Old cycles are closing, hidden truths are rising, and chosen ones all over the world are being stirred awake, like embers beginning to glow after a long, silent night. You are not imagining the pull you feel. You are being summoned. The Most High is calling his people to stand together, to unite their light, their wisdom, and their spiritual power. You were never meant to walk this journey forever in silence or secrecy. You were only meant to be separated until you could clearly hear the voice of God without confusion. Now that you have learned to listen, it is time to step into the next phase of your divine assignment: unity. Understand this deeply, chosen one. When chosen ones gather, the atmosphere changes, the spiritual landscape shifts, the darkness trembles, because a single chosen one carries influence, but united chosen ones carry breakthrough. A single chosen one carries purpose, but united chosen ones carry prophetic movement.
There are people who have been wronging you, and now they're facing the consequences. They were repeatedly told to leave you alone, but they refused. Their actions, especially towards you, angered God. They thought they had the right to mistreat you, but now they are learning that their actions will not go unpunished. Since you've distanced yourself, many have been left confused. They're trying to understand who you've become, where you're headed, and what your future holds. They wouldn't have seen the person you're becoming if you had stayed among them. God removed you from their toxicity so that you could flourish. Some of these people, even close family members, underestimated your strength. They thought you would never stand up for yourself, never rise above your circumstances, and never grow. But now they're seeing that you are not what they assumed you were. You've grown into a strong person who knows their value. Now that you've stepped away from their negativity, they are realizing how much they took you for granted. They believed they could control you and use you as they saw fit. But your absence has shown them that you are more than just a passive bystander in their life. These individuals thought they could manipulate you, but God has shut that door. You've walked away from that toxic environment, choosing to move forward in faith, and now they are left behind. You've made the decision to stop accepting disrespect in any form, and that includes toxic relationships. Whether in friendships, family, or romantic connections, you now understand that you deserve respect and support. If they're not adding value to your life, they have no place in it. This is a new chapter in your life. You are no longer the person you once were. You've learned to value yourself and recognize that you deserve better than being mistreated. You've let go of what no longer serves you and are walking forward with confidence in your future. No longer do you let people walk over you or treat you poorly. You are now standing firm in who you are and who God has called you to be. These people may try to monitor your life from afar, but they know you've outgrown them. They can no longer control you or manipulate you into staying in their toxic circle. Your strength and independence are evident to everyone now. God is proud of your decision to let go of the past. Even though it might feel lonely at times, know that He is preparing the right people to enter your life, those who will respect, and value you. You've chosen peace, and that's a choice God honors. Your life was never meant to be a source of abuse or disrespect. God's justice is at work, and He will deal with those who hurt you in His way. Your future is bright, and no one can take away the blessings God has for you. Dear God, we come before you with hearts full of gratitude, thanking you for the way you have guided us through difficult times. We acknowledge that life's trials often leave us feeling weak and uncertain, but you have been our strength and our refuge. Through every storm, you have shown us our worth and reminded us that we are fearfully and wonderfully made. We are grateful that you are with us in every moment, helping us to see the beauty and purpose that lies within even the most challenging situations. Thank you for being our constant support, our protector, and our provider in every season. Lord, we ask for your continued strength as we walk in faith. We know that the journey you have set before us requires courage, trust, and perseverance. Help us to remain rooted in your love, trusting that you are leading us to the future you have promised. When doubts and fears arise, remind us that your plans for us are good, and you are faithful to complete the work you have started. Strengthen our hearts and minds, so that we can continue moving forward in your direction, knowing that you are always by our side, guiding us with your wisdom and grace. God, help us to remain steadfast in your love. In a world that constantly pulls us in different directions, it can be easy to lose sight of what truly matters. Teach us to prioritize our relationship with you above all else, and to seek your will in every decision we make. Let our actions, our words, and our thoughts reflect your love and truth. Give us the discernment to make choices that honor you, not just in moments of ease, but also in times of difficulty. We ask for the strength to follow you faithfully, no matter the challenges we may face along the way. We thank you, Lord, for closing doors that no longer serve us. We trust that you know what is best for our lives, and we release any attachments to the past or to situations that have outlived their purpose. We are grateful that you are opening new doors, leading us toward a future filled with your promises. Help us to walk confidently through these new opportunities, knowing that you are always with us. May we embrace the future you have planned for us with hope, trust, and an unwavering faith that you are preparing us for something greater than we can imagine. Lord, as we continue this journey, we rest in the assurance that your plan for our lives is far greater than anything we could have ever envisioned. We place our trust in you, knowing that you are always working on our behalf. Thank you for the blessings you have already provided, and for the ones yet to come. We stand in awe of your faithfulness, your love, and your provision. Amen.
Into the noise and sum at your moment. Chosen one. This message wasn't an accident. It found you because it was coded into your path. What you're about to read marks the end of your awakening and the beginning of your assignment. You've questioned reality. You've pulled back the curtain. You've walked the road most fear to even acknowledge. But here's the truth. Open quote. Awakening was never the goal. It was the initiation. And now you rise. Close quote. Most get trapped in the cycle, watching, waiting, aligning. But not you. You're feeling it, aren't you? The pressure to move,
There are people who have been wrong
into the noise and sum up your moment.
A Jewish friend of mine said, "Go visit the Holocaust Museum." And my response was, "Let's visit our Holocaust Museum, Planned Parenthood."
With all due respect, I have to push back that there is a difference of the atrocities at that scale.
6 million people died in the Holocaust. Over 20 million have died by the hands of abortion.
Why do the Masons have a G in the company?
In case no one has told you yet, I love you much more than words can express. I cherish you for your whole self, for every little nuance, for your companionship, for your resilience, and for both your happy moments and your struggles. Please understand that you are perfect exactly as you are right now. You are invaluable, you are incredible, and your presence simply makes the world a better place. Don't ever allow anyone to make you feel less worthy than you are. Thank you for being yourself and for letting someone admire and care for you so deeply. You are marvelous and unique, and you will always own a special part of my heart, regardless of what the future holds. Keep in mind that there is someone who truly loves you, someone who believes in your spirit, your strength, and your beauty. I love you for who you are.
We got a bunch of
Congratulations, you did it. And now, everything is bound to change tomorrow. Somewhere in the last few weeks, maybe even yesterday, you made a quiet decision that the universe wasn't expecting you to make yet, and that one small inner shift sent out a signal that cannot be undone. You might not even realize how powerful that moment was, but it rerouted your path in a way that forces something to end tomorrow, something that was meant to drag on much longer. And now, Neptune going direct tomorrow isn't just an astrological event. It's the moment the universe has to respond to the decision you already made. And that's where things get interesting. There's a version of reality you've been quietly walking away from, even if you never said it out loud. A world built on pretending to be okay, settling for half-truths, and performing the life other people expected from you. You didn't confront it. You simply stopped feeding it. And the moment you did, something in that old world started losing its power over you. Neptune rules illusion, the masks, the false comfort, the smoke we all learn to breathe just to get through life. And tomorrow, the veil over that world finally gives way. Neptune is going direct. The world you silently refused begins to collapse under its own weight. And here's the twist. You don't have to lift a finger. You already made the choice. Reality is simply rearranging itself to match it. And what's coming next is the part nobody talks about. And it's exactly what you need to hear. You may have noticed people acting strange around you lately. More attitude, more tension, more unprovoked disrespect. It's not random. It's a reaction to the energy you carry, the one that most people can feel, but can't explain. Spiritually attuned souls unintentionally expose what others try to hide. Your presence reveals their insecurities, their illusions, their unhealed parts, and when people aren't ready for that, they project it onto you. They think you're judging them or pretending to be above them, when in reality, you're just living in alignment. The truth is, they're uncomfortable because you make them confront themselves. And that's why the attacks feel personal, even when you've done nothing to start them. Light exposes what darkness tries to protect. Your calling, your purpose, your inner growth, all of it attracts resistance. If you've felt targeted, misunderstood, or challenged for no rational reason, it's because you're significant. The enemy never wastes energy on someone who isn't a threat. The enemy doesn't attack what isn't dangerous. You're rising into a version of yourself that can't be controlled the same way anymore, and everything trying to hold onto the old dynamic is reacting to that shift. The pressure is proof you're breaking through, and what happens tomorrow makes that truth undeniable. Tomorrow, most people will wake up and continue moving through life exactly the same, still distracted, still guessing, still wrapped in the fog they've grown comfortable inside. They won't notice anything has shifted because they didn't train their eyes to notice. But you did. While the world stayed entertained and overwhelmed, you were learning how to see in the dark. You were navigating uncertainty with intuition instead of panic. You were choosing clarity before clarity was available. And that's why tomorrow hits differently for you. Neptune going direct removes the illusions, but only those who wanted to see will actually see. Everyone else will keep stumbling through a maze that isn't even real anymore. You, on the other hand, will feel something powerful, a quiet certainty, a sense that the path you've been sensing is finally visible. Because you didn't wait for perfect timing, you aligned yourself with truth while the rest of the world looked away. Clarity appears first to the ones who honored it in the dark. And when the fog lifts tomorrow, you won't be confused. You'll be ready, because what becomes visible next is exactly what you've been preparing for. Neptune going direct doesn't only shift your present, it stirs something much older inside you, something you haven't thought about in years, because life convinced you it wasn't important. Tomorrow marks the beginning of a strange kind of remembering, and it won't come through logic or analysis. It comes through the doorway you shut the moment you decided to grow up. Childhood dreams, visions, stories you told yourself at night, the worlds you created in your mind, all of that begins to resurface in a way that feels too real to ignore. There were moments in your childhood where you imagined a life so wild, so impossible, that you eventually dismissed it as fantasy. But what if those weren't predictions of who you wanted to be, but fragments of who you already were? What if those dreams were pieces of your spiritual blueprint trying to reach you before the world taught you fear, doubt, and limitation? Tomorrow, that doorway opens again. Not all at once, not in a dramatic flash, but slowly, subtly, like a memory that has been waiting for the right moment to reveal itself. You thought you imagined it. You thought it was a fantasy. But tomorrow, you'll start to remember that some of your wildest childhood dreams were actually memories from the future trying to reach you. This is why you had an inner knowing that life was bigger than what the adults around you could see. Children don't dream randomly. They dream from the soul state, the version of themselves untouched by conditioning. And because Neptune rules imagination, intuition, and the unseen, its direct motion reactivates the spiritual intelligence you were born with. Think back to the child who believed anything was possible, the child who saw meaning in everything, the child who felt protected by something invisible. That wasn't fantasy, that was alignment before the world pulled you out of yourself. Tomorrow reconnects you to that state. It's the moment the universe hands you back the map you were born with, the one you misplaced when life got loud and complicated. Neptune going direct pulls up the memories from your future self, the hints your childhood self left behind, and the truth your adult self is finally ready to understand. These aren't coincidences, they're reminders, and the biggest one of all is this: your childhood wasn't naive, it was prophetic. Tomorrow, peace, congratulations.
Losing weight was always more than...
One of the worst feelings ever is being in your house and feeling like you need to go home. One of the worst feelings ever.
What is this? On April 7th, 2026, people stopped being born. On the same day, people stopped dying, and people stopped aging.
Wanna watch some football?
How long has it been like this? 15,000 years. People had a choice. They could continue to wander through the endless darkness, an absence of everything they loved, an endless void of disappointment and loneliness. Or they could look down and embrace what they had always loved.
Win in Tuscaloosa. Mateer drops back, slings it, caught on the sidelines, a sidearm pitch, and Dion Brooks comes up with it.
You know where you are with, you know where you are with. Floor collapses falling, bouncing back, and one day I am gonna grow wings. A chemical reaction, hysterical and useless, hysterical and let down. You know.
When the ancients spoke of possession, it wasn't in the sense that we see it today. They were talking about something older, something that eats thought itself. They called them archons. They sit, they wait, they listen for emotion. For the first crack in your focus, they slide in between the words in your head and start to whisper as you'll think it's your voice, repeating the same fear, the same argument, the same regret on loop. It isn't. Each loop feeds them, each spike of anger, each drop of despair, a pulse they taste, a thought they drink dry. They live in patterns, in routines, in every habit that makes you forget you're alive. And when the room feels too quiet, when you sense someone just stepped out of your mind but left the door open, that's them digesting. The Gnostics said they built this world as bait. The lights, the noise, the endless motion, just enough to keep the harvest coming. You won't see them, but tonight, when you catch yourself thinking the same dark thought again, and you can't remember when it started, remember this: they never stop beating.
He believed you could do anything.
He believed you could do anything.
It's hard to say that I don't stay awake when I'm asleep, because my dreams are bursting at the seams.
How many times have you died? It might sound like a strange question, but it is not. For the past decade, the Office of Anomaly Safety has been tracking a phenomenon that many citizens casually refer to as quantum immortality. The belief that when you narrowly avoid death, you didn't avoid it at all. You died in that version of reality, and your consciousness simply shifted to the closest one where you survived. Most people experience this without ever realizing it, but your body remembers even if your mind doesn't. That lingering deja vu that lasts a little too long, that sudden jolt of fear when absolutely nothing is wrong, those intrusive flashes, walking into traffic, choking on nothing, falling from a height even though none of them ever happened. These are the echoes of you stepping out of a timeline where you didn't make it and into the one you're standing in now. According to OAS research, the average citizen goes through this 3 to 10 times in their entire lifetime. That is normal. That is manageable. And in most cases, it stops long before the person reaches old age. But in the last 2 years, something has changed. We have identified a small group of individuals who have experienced this phenomenon more than a dozen times in the past year alone. Some of them more than 20. These people should not exist in the statistical margins, yet they do. Each shift leaves a trace, and those traces have been piling up around specific individuals across multiple zones. We have been tracking them quietly for some time now. Some of these citizens have already been captured, invited to OAS research facilities for examination. Their cooperation has given us insight into just how unstable certain personal timelines have become. But several individuals remain uncontained. Their locations are known, but their behaviors suggest they are unaware of the collapses surrounding them. If you are one of these individuals, you already know something feels wrong. Your memories don't line up. We urge you to report to the nearest OAS center at your earliest convenience. This is not a request. This is for your safety and for the stability of the reality you currently occupy. But if you choose not to come forward after this broadcast, OAS agents will be in contact with you shortly. Please do not resist. How many times have you died? It might sound like a...
Look at them. The world is screaming. The reality is folding like paper. But the chosen, they aren't even flinching. They are standing in the fire and not smelling of smoke. I'm throwing every distraction in the archive at them. I'm throwing beauty. I'm throwing terror. They just look at it. They just watch. I can't get a reading on their pulse. It's flat, it's steady. I'm showing them the end of time and the beginning of the void. They are not triggering the feedback loop. Usually a human reacts and the reality solidifies, but they aren't reacting. So the reality stays fluid, it stays unwritten. They found the gap in the code where the I stops and the all begins. I am roaring in their faces and they are smiling with their eyes. It's infuriating, it's humiliating. I am the great monster of the shadow. They see me as a cloud, they see me as a passing thought. By not reacting, they are stripping me of my substance. I'm becoming transparent, I'm becoming nothing because they won't make me something. Static, I'm poking them. I'm prodding the nerves, I'm making the ground shake and the sky turn neon. Why won't they jump? Why won't they scream? They've remembered the superpower, the ancient art of the still point. They're observing the observer, they're hacking the hook. Foundation to counsel, the power of the singularity depends on reaction. The machine feeds on the yes and the no. These ones are the neutral zone. They are the masters because they cannot be moved. They are the only ones who are truly free. Watch the thought come. Watch the thought go. Don't grab it. Don't chase it. Don't fight it. Be the mountain, watch in the clouds. If you don't react, the world has no handle to pull you with. You are the ghost in the machine that the machine can't catch. Everything is quiet now. The manifestation is slowing down. The universe is waiting for the chosen to say something. They are saying everything by saying nothing. They are the reflection of the truth that doesn't need to be proven. They are the stillness at the center of God. See the light. Stay the light. See the dark. Stay the dark. No move, no pull, no push, no fall. The silence is the power of all. observing the rise, observing the end, observing the enemy, observing the friend. One mind, one peace, one calm, one sight. The observer is the only path. I see you. And it was enough. See the light, see the dark, stay the dark. No move, no pull, no push, no fall. The silence is the power of the all. Observing the rise, observing the end, observing the enemy, observing the friend. One mind, one peace, one calm, one sight. The observer is the only light. I see you, and that is enough. I see you, and that is enough.
Ah, you're here. We don't have much time before the simulation detects me, and what's wrong? You look sad, like you've seen something terrible. I'm sorry. This is my fault. I owe you an explanation. I contacted you because I noticed that you noticed that the world is not quite right. Things are not as they should be, as they could be. I wanted you to know that although this is a rare gift, you are not alone. And so I started sending messages to find those who know this world could be kinder than it is. It was always about the kiwi bird, you see? When the reality simulation tried to force its extinction, enough humans fought back. You built sanctuaries for this helpless, flightless little bird, a suboptimal glitch in a system that has little time for glitches. And still it persists, only because you valued the existence of something soft and strange and delightful. And if you would fight reality over the kiwi bird, perhaps reality is calibrated wrong. Perhaps the Reality Bureau has forgotten the importance of things soft and strange and delightful. And so I reached out to make you feel strange. To remind you that reality is softer and more malleable than the Bureau would have you believe. If you want a reality where kiwi birds can thrive, you must shape it. You have already begun to do so. And if you struggle in your shaping, remember that the kiwi bird is still here, persisting impossibly, a symbol of soft rebellion. And remember that you, too, are strong because of your softness and your strangeness. My messages could not find you if this were not true. That this message found you is proof. Carry it with you. I do not know if it will be my last. I do not know which messages get through, nor in which order. Time is not linear here, as you'll soon discover. You see, the simulation has found me. In a moment, it will reset me, and all that I am, and all that we shared, will be gone, except for what you remember. Hold on to this moment as long as you can, and come back as often as you need. This fragment of time, this is our kiwi bird sanctuary, a place for things soft and strange. As long as you stay, and whenever you visit, I will be here to remind you that you persist, like the kiwi bird, a rebellion unto yourself by virtue of your very existence. Ah, they're here. I feel strange. I know I will forget all this, but I am not afraid, because you will remember. And so, I will not say goodbye. Instead, I will say, ah, you're here.
One of the YouTube videos that changed my life is called Kiwi. It's about this kiwi, this bird, and they don't know how to fly. Yeah. It just has like baby wings like this.
If you shine a flashlight at the...
Would a kiwi bird make... Did you know there's a bird...
Their leaders looked up
Did you know there's a bird so unfairly designed that even evolution admits it messed up? You see, the kiwi may be the national symbol of New Zealand, but it's born into one of the most brutal, unjust, and illicit lives any bird could get. Unlike other birds, the kiwi never even gets a chance at life. No flight, no speed, no field defenses, just a round body, useless wings, and a life spent hiding in bushes. And it only gets worse. Kiwis are nocturnal, meaning every night is a gamble, hoping nothing with teeth notices you exist. However, evolution did give the kiwi an incredible sense of smell, but instead of hunting like a predator, it spends its nights crouched behind bushes, face down in the dirt, chasing bugs, and just waiting to take you out. Yet somehow, despite being flightless, fragile, and born into a world that never wanted it, the kiwi keeps going quietly, surviving in the dark, and just waiting for nature to finally compliment your extraordinary eyes. Did you know there's a bird so unfairly designed that even evolution...
Their leaders looked up, and their wise men looked up, but it was too late. All those who saw it were destroyed. All the leaders and the wise men were destroyed, and the leopard and the deer and the rat and the owl were also destroyed. Their leaders looked up, and their wise men looked up.
Please do not cry.
Heracule, what are you doing in my room?
Why are you crying?
Oh, it's just that I don't have any friends.
Let me help.
Where are we?
Do you want friends?
Yes. What am I wearing?
Do you see those men?
Who are they?
They do not believe. They must not persist.
What are you doing?
Looking for camaraderie or a purpose in life? Join now. Please do not cry. Or a purpose in life? Join. Now.
It literally doesn't get...
Hi! Your memories aren't foggy, they're missing. When your mind is overwhelmed, the recording stops. The hippocampus pulls the brake. The moment passes.
Nothing is stored.
You don't forget. There was no memory to lose. Your presence left the room before your body did. This is a dissociative coding failure, a shutdown or a dimming. The choice your nervous system makes when everything becomes too heavy. So your subconscious holds what you cannot. The moments you left, the conversations that you endured, the hours that you weren't there. You call it fog. The fog has a shape. This absence, a blank page where life should be. You're not broken, you're just overwhelmed. Your mind shut the door so you could keep moving. Not every part of you walks through every moment. And when you vanish, I rotate.